Shri Ganapati Sharada Gurubhyo Namaha Charitam Raghunathasya Shatakoti Pravistaram Ekaikamaksharam Pumsam Mahapataka Welcome to all for the session on Sri Rama Manasa. We are now going through the story where Narada, under the spell of delusion of Vishnu, he saw a city where the king was named Shilanidhi, and his princess was so beautiful, named Vishwamohini, and her marriage ceremony of self choice of husband was going on. And Narada went in there and was interested in marrying that Vishwamohini, who is basically the delusion of Vishnu. And he requested the form of Hari, Sri Hari, where Hari means Vishnu and it also means the monkey. And the god Vishnu gave him the face of puppy, it is face of monkey and the body of Vishnu, which is still not known to Narada. But when he attended the self-choice marriage of that Vishwamohini, that princess rejected him and she walked past him. He did not care to look even casually at the quarter in which Narada sat elated with pride. Again and again the sage would raise himself and forget about. Attendants of Hara smiled to see him in that state. The gracious Lord too went there in the form of a king. The princess joyfully placed the wreath of victory around the neck of the Lord who appeared there in the form of a king. The Lord of Lakshmi carried off the bride to the despair of all assembled kings. The sage felt much perturbed, for infatuation had robbed the sage of his reason. He felt as if a gem had dropped from the loosened knot in the end of his garment. The attendants of Hara then smilingly said, "Just look at your face in a mirror." Uttering these words, both ran away in great alarm, and the sage looked at his reflection in water. His fury knew no bounds when he beheld his form, and because he was having the face of a monkey, and he pronounced a terrible curse on the attendants of Shiva. "O you sinful impostors, go and be reborn as demons. You mocked me, therefore reap its reward. Mock again a sage if you dare." Looking again in water, he saw that he had regained his real form, yet his heart found no solace. His lips quivered, and there was indignation in his heart. At once he proceeded to where the Lord of Lakshmi was. "I shall either curse him or die at his door," he said to himself, "seeing that he has made me a butt of ridicule throughout the world." The terror of demons, Srihari met him right on the way. He was accompanied by goddess Rama and the princess Vishwamohini, who had rejected Narada. The Lord of Immortals spoke in gentle tones. "To what destination, O holy sir, are you betaking yourself like one disconsolate?" As soon as he heard these words, Narada was filled with rage. Dominated as he was by Maya, there was no reason left in him. He said, "You cannot bear the look upon the good fortune of others. You are extremely jealous and cruel. While churning the ocean, you drove Rudra mad, and inciting him through the gods, you made Rudra quaff poison while you took away Lakshmi. apportioning intoxicating liquor to the demons and poison to Shankara. You appropriated Rama, the Lakshmi, and lovely gem Kaustuba to yourself. You have ever been selfish and perverse and treacherous in your dealings, thus saying Narada to Narayana. You are absolutely independent and subordinate to none. Therefore, you do whatever pleases your mind. You debase a good soul and redeem a vile person, and neither rejoice nor grieve over it. Deceiving everyone, you have become habituated to such tricks. You entertain no fear and are always jealous of pursuing your object. Good and evil deeds do not come in your way. No one has so far been able to correct you. You have this time played with fire and shall reap what you have sown. Take that very form in which you have imposed upon me. This is my curse, because the Lord had appeared in the form of a king. So Narada is cursing the Lord to take upon that form as a king. You made me look like a monkey. Therefore, you shall have monkeys to your helpmates. And as you have grievously wronged me, so shall you suffer the pangs of separation from your wife. And receiving this curse in a joyful way, the Lord took rebirth as a Rama and suffered from the separation of his wife Sita and took the help of monkeys in order to kill the demons who had abducted Sita. Gladly accepting the curse, the compassionate Lord made many entreaties to the sage and withdrew the irresistible charm of his Maya. When Srihari lifted the spell of his Maya, there was neither Rama nor the princess to be seen by his side. In dire dismay, the sage then clasped the feet of Hari and said, O reliever of the distress of the suppliant, save me. O gracious Lord, let my curse prove ineffectual. It was my will, replied the Lord, who is so merciful to the humble. I poured many abuses at you, the sage repeated. How shall my sins be expiated? Go, and then the Lord told him, Go and repeat the names of Shankara 100 times. Your heart will be disburdened at once. No one is so dear to me as Shiva. Never give up this belief even by mistake. O sage, he who does not earn the goodwill of Shiva shall never attain true devotion towards me. Bearing this in mind, go and perambulate the globe. My Maya shall haunt you no more. Having thus reassured the sage, the Lord then disappeared, while Narada proceeded to Satyaloka, the seventh paradise, the abode of Brahma, chanting Sri Rama's praises as he went. When the attendants of Shiva saw the sage moving along the way free from delusion and greatly delighted at heart, they approached him in great fear and clasping his feet entreated piteously, we are servants of Shiva and no Brahmanas. O great sage, we committed a great sin and have reaped its fruit. Now rid us of the curse. O benevolent sage, Narada, who was full of compassion to the humble, he replied to them, both of you go and take the form of demons. You shall possess an enormous fortune, grandeur, and strength. When you have subdued the universe by the might of your arm, God Vishnu shall take a human form, dying at his hand in battle. You shall be liberated and shall never be reborn again. Bowing their head at the sage's feet, both departed and were reborn as demons in due course. And those two turned out to become Ravana and Kumbhakarna, and they were slain by Rama himself, who took the curse of sage Narada as an excuse to reborn on the earth in order to kill them. In one kalpa, it was for this reason that Lord Srihari assumed a human form as Sri Rama. It is his vow to gladden the gods, to delight the virtuous, and to ease the earth of its burden. Well, Srihari's births and exploits are many. They are all charming, delightful, and marvelous. In every cycle of creation, the Lord manifests himself and enacts lovely sports of various kinds. And the great sages have on each occasion sung his story in many sacred strains, relating wonderful anecdotes of diverse kinds, hearing which the allies marvel not. Infinite is Hari and infinite is Sri Hari and infinite are his stories. Each saying sings and hears them in divergent ways. The lovely sports of Ramachandra cannot be sung even in crores of kalpas. This episode, O Bhavani, has been narrated by me in order to show that even enlightened sages are deluded by the Maya of Srihari. The Lord is sportive and a friend of that suppliant. He is easy to serve and rids one of all sorrows. There is no god, man, or sage whom Srihari's powerful Maya cannot infatuate. Bearing this in mind, one should adore the Lord of his great Maya. Such is the play of Lord Sri Rama. Namaste Sharada Devi, Kashmira Puravasini, Twamaham Prarthaye Nityam, Vidya Danancha Dehi Me. Goodbye.
श्रीरामचन्द्र कृपाल भज मन हरण भव भय दारुणं श्रीरामचन्द्र कृपाल भज मन हरण भव भय दारुणं श्रीराम 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 श्री